6 ways to instantly elevate your basics. Easy styling tips. Styling isn't about trends, it's about decisions. Thoughtful ones. Women with elegance don't wear expensive clothes. They know how to elevate the simple. This guide gives you 6 professional tips rooted in intention, not impulse. By the end, you'll feel aligned with your values and your wardrobe. There's also a graceful little trick at the end, something stylists rarely share outside private sessions. Hack 1. Use contrast to guide the eye, not just match tones. When you put an outfit together, your eye doesn't just see fabric, it follows direction. Light and dark create a silent map, and the human brain naturally moves toward contrast. That's why when everything matches too closely, the look falls flat. It feels safe, yes, but it doesn't lead the eye anywhere meaningful. Think of a cream blouse paired with beige trousers. The tones blend, but the result is almost shapeless. Now replace the beige with a soft charcoal. Suddenly, the blouse feels brighter, your waist more defined, and the whole outfit comes alive with subtle sophistication. The difference isn't cost or brand, it's the way contrast directs attention. There are 2 kinds of contrast at play here, vertical and horizontal. Vertical contrast, dark trousers with a lighter top, elongates your frame, making you appear taller. Horizontal contrast, say a darker belt across a lighter dress, can define your waist or break up proportions in a flattering way. Both are powerful tools when used with intention. And contrast isn't limited to color. Texture, shine, and structure create the same effect. A matte knit cardigan layered over a silk camisole brings dimension. A structured blazer against soft cotton gives balance. Even a glossy leather bag beside muted wool trousers tells a quiet story of contrast. The key is choosing where you want the eye to rest. Necklines, cuffs, or the waistline, these are natural focal points. Play with them. Try a familiar outfit in both low contrast and high contrast versions, and you'll feel how it changes not just how you look, but how you carry yourself. Hack 2. Let texture carry the weight of your outfit. Texture is the quiet storyteller of style. It adds emotional warmth, not just in how an outfit feels on your skin, but in how it's perceived by others. The truth is, most basics don't fail because they're simple. They fail because they're flat, one-dimensional, and give the eye nothing to rest on. Think of texture as a hierarchy. One textured piece can carry an entire look when paired with neutrals. A ribbed knit sweater with smooth tailored trousers feels grounded and intentional. Raw silk against soft denim creates a balance that feels luxurious yet approachable. Each element holds its place, but one does the heavy lifting by adding depth. Psychologists studying consumer behavior have found that people often link rich textures with sophistication, even when the colors are understated. A matte wool scarf, for instance, can elevate a plain trench coat into something that feels timeless and composed. The depth signals refinement without saying a word. Layering contrasting textures builds richness without clutter. Pair something matte with a gentle sheen, like a suede ankle boot beneath silky trousers, or combine soft cotton with crisp poplin. The interplay keeps the outfit visually alive without needing prints or loud colors. In practice, fall and winter are perfect seasons for experimenting. Mix chunky knits with sleek leather or wool with satin. In spring and summer, shift to lighter contrasts, linen with silk, or a breezy cotton blouse paired with structured twill shorts. Once you let texture speak, you'll notice your basics no longer feel basic at all. Hack 3. Structure over size. Choose form-enhancing silhouettes. There's a common belief that loose clothing equals comfort, while structured clothing equals restriction. But that isn't true. Structure isn't about tightness. It's about thoughtful lines that shape your body without squeezing it. Comfort and structure can live together beautifully when the design respects form. The reason many basics fall flat is because they lack intention in their shape. An unstructured tee, a cardigan that drapes without direction, these pieces may feel easy, but they rarely elevate your presence. In contrast, a garment with considered seams and lines changes the way your body is read in motion. Think about the role of shoulder seams. When they sit exactly where they should, your frame looks balanced. Darts and blouses quietly carve out shape at the waist. Even hemlines, whether straight, angled, or slightly curved, guide the eye and influence how polished you appear. These details are silent, but they matter. From a feminine perspective, structure doesn't erase softness, it enhances it. Power dressing is not about copying masculine stiffness, but about using sharpness as a frame for grace. A slightly structured blazer over a simple tee and jeans is the perfect example. Suddenly, casual pieces feel deliberate, elevated, and undeniably chic. Start paying attention to tailoring elements in your everyday basics. Princess seams on a dress, angled hems on a skirt, or sleeves cut to follow the arm's natural line. These subtle details create form-enhancing silhouettes that flatter without fuss and remind you that elegance isn't about excess, but about intention. Hack 4. Anchor outfits with intelligent accessories. Accessories should do more than decorate. Intelligent accessories are those chosen with intention, pieces that bring balance, structure, or clarity to what you're wearing. They are not afterthoughts, they are the punctuation marks of your style story. Many women fall into two extremes, layering on too many items to rescue a plain outfit, or avoiding accessories altogether out of habit. Both approaches miss the quiet power of one well-placed accent. A sculptural earring, for instance, does far more for your presence than a printed scarf layered on top of competing details. A single tonal belt can transform a long tunic from shapeless to refined, guiding the eye while keeping the look cohesive. Think of accessories as visual punctuation. A necklace can be the period that concludes a clean neckline. A cuff bracelet might act as an exclamation point, adding emphasis to a simple monochrome look. Each choice signals clarity, not clutter. Color psychology also plays a role here. Studies in design psychology suggest that even one bold accessory can shift the perception of an entire outfit. A deep green leather bag against a neutral base communicates freshness and composure. A gold-toned ring adds warmth, while cool silver reads as modern and restrained. To avoid overwhelm, create a rotation of 3 to 5 intentional accessories that suit your season, your mood, or your current goals. Fewer items, chosen meaningfully, carry more impact than a drawer full of forgotten trinkets. In style, less truly becomes more when intention leads the way. Hack 5. Expose just one intentional line of skin. Grace in styling doesn't come from randomness, it comes from choice. The difference between an outfit that feels polished and one that feels unfinished often lies in the smallest decisions. One of the simplest, yet most powerful, is deciding to reveal just a single line of skin. When you choose one focal point, like the collarbone, the wrist, or the ankle, you create a quiet refinement. A cropped sleeve paired with tailored trousers draws attention to the wrist, giving delicacy to an otherwise structured look. A subtle neckline on a fitted dress shifts the eye upward, balancing strength with softness. Even a hint of ankle peeking out from beneath sharp trousers adds movement and lightness to the whole outfit. This isn't about exposure for its own sake. It's about guiding focus with intention. Stylists often use this technique in editorial shoots to highlight garments and posture. By revealing one line, the body feels elongated, and the clothes sit with greater presence. The effect is sensual, yes, but also deeply confident, and never at the expense of modesty or composure. Think of it as editing your outfit the way a writer edits a sentence. You don't show everything. You highlight the detail that matters most. Elegance isn't about how much you cover or reveal. It's about choosing what to emphasize. When that choice is deliberate, your basics stop looking ordinary and begin to reflect the quiet authority of someone fully in tune with herself. Hack 6. Neutral doesn't mean flat. Learn tonal layering. Many people hold the belief that neutrals are safe but dull. In truth, neutrals become boring only when they're worn as flat, isolated tones. The real magic lies in tonal layering, pairing multiple shades within the same color family to create quiet depth and richness. Tonal layering works because the human eye is drawn to subtle shifts in light and undertone. Not all grays are the same. A cool slate carries a very different energy from a warm ash. Ivory feels luminous, while beige leans earthy. When you combine them thoughtfully, you create visual movement without needing bold prints or brash colors. Think of the palette as a gradient. Stone, clay, oyster, chalk, wheat. These shades tell a story when layered together. Imagine a soft mocha knit under an almond-toned trench, paired with bone-colored trousers. Each piece is neutral on its own, but together they form a composition that feels layered, modern, and quietly luxurious. Stylists often lean on tonal layering because it mimics the language of high fashion. It creates the illusion of intentional luxury, regardless of the price point. A high street sweater can suddenly read as refined when paired with trousers just 2 shades lighter or a coat 1 shade deeper. Here's a practical tip. Build your neutral wardrobe in gradients, not single flat colors. When you have pieces that step gently from light to dark within one family, your outfits will always look elevated. Neutrals stop being background. They become your canvas for understated elegance. Bonus hack: fragrance layering as your invisible accessory. Thank you for staying until the end. I saved this one because it's often overlooked. Scent is part of your personal style. Unlike clothes, it doesn't just make an impression, it lingers as a memory. People may forget what you wore, but they'll remember how you smelled. Fragrance layering is the art of combining two soft, clean scents to create a signature that's uniquely yours. Think of it as tailoring for the senses. Research in neuroscience shows that scent triggers memory faster than visual cues. That means your fragrance can become your presence, the note people recall long after you've left. A simple way to begin: start with a skin scent as your base, something warm and subtle, then add a light floral or musk on top. The result is not overpowering but evolving, changing with you as the day unfolds. Make this a ritual in the morning, not a rushed afterthought, and it sets the tone for your entire presence. The most refined details are often the ones we don't see. Fragrance, chosen with intention, becomes your invisible accessory, the final layer of elegance only you can own. If you're still with me, leave elevated simplicity in the comments. It tells me you're part of this space, this sisterhood of intentional, elegant living. I always read them, and you are deeply seen. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this video spoke to you, please like it so others can find it too. Subscribe for more calm and empowering content each day, and share it with a woman who would value it. A new video awaits. See you tomorrow.